Hey, we're going to talk about the antipsychotics. This is really confusing for me. I am not an expert in this, and maybe I should be taking some of these. But the point is, I've tried to organize it as much as possible. So feel free to give me some insight if you want. But I'm doing this for me to study. So we've got the crazy drugs. Sorry if that offends somebody. It's what I'm partly that myself, so it doesn't offend me. These are the antipsychotics. In the center of this is the butyrophenones. There's haloperidol. So this is Haldol. Let's put it in blue. Haloperidol. Or Haldol. Okay. Over here is Drusedol or Droopydol, or however you want to do it. But we've got Droperidol, Droperid. So you've got the dolls. You got haloperidol or droperidol or Droperidol, Drusedol, Droopysdol. However you want to remember it, but they're the dolls. And those are the butyrophenones. Okay, we're gonna have some. Trying to get these classified. So you've also got the phenethylamines, however you want to look at it. Phenethylamines, you've got the typical day for the phen and thiamine, phenothiazines. So you got the phenothiazines. Okay, in there's a whole classes of drugs, different types. You've got chlorpromazine. So they got the Clorox, CHL. Okay, chlorpromazine, that's the Clorox being thrown on his head. You've got 3 flutes, or trifluoperazine. So you've got 3 flutes, triperazine, you've got chlorperazine, you've got piperazine. It's pipes with a whole bunch of Z's. And you've got also a flute that's flying, or a flufenazine. Flufenazine, piperazine, chlorpromazine, trifluoperazine. Okay? A lot of words, but if you can remember the pictures. You also have down here piperidine. So you got a pipe plus dining, or food. Piperidine. Piperidine, trifluoperazine. There's a lot of words in here. So these are all part of the phenothiazines. Okay, and these are part of the typical antipsychotics. Okay. You also have another typical one, which is a thiaxanthine. It's thiazide, or thiothiazine. So these all correspond with pictures. And if you can remember those, these are typical. You'll remember a lot about the antipsychotics. Now we can go to atypical. You've got the azepines. I forgot to highlight this guy down here too. You've got the benzos and the dihydroindolone and the dihydrocarbosterols. So there's a lot to remember, but these are all just classifications of the certain drug types that are in the antipsychotics. You got the pines. You see there's 3 different kinds of pines. The first pine is the clozapine, or the clothespin. So clozapine, however you want to put it. You also got the one that says quiet, or Quitpine. The Q. And then you got O Land of the Pines. O Land of the Pines. Olanzapine. Okay, so you got 3 different pines. They all end in pine. Clozapine, quatapine, or quitapine, I don't even know how you say it, olanzapine, okay? Then you got over here the guy that's whispering. He says, psst, your zipper's down. Well, he's talking to the guy next to him, but the Risperidone or Risperidone, Risperidone, Risperidone. You also have, let's see what else I got here. Ziprazone. So that's the zipper being down. It's, let's see, where can I write this? Z I P R A S I D O N E. Ziprazone. It has a wide increased QT interval with use of the zipper. Okay, so Risperidone, Ziprazone. Then you also have aripiprazole. So you got Ari's pipe, ARIPIPRAZOLE. Like I said, these antipsychotics have got me totally confused at some points because there's all these different classifications. I put the Benz, the Mercedes-Benz sign here because he's the benzoxols, and then you've got the zipper guy and the Ari pipe and the Theosties, and if you can remember all of those and how this is classified, write it out a couple times. That's what I'm having to do. All the things in red, of course, in the center are the side effects. You get pseudo from these drugs. You can get neuroleptic effects, extrapyramidal side effects, especially haloperidol. Droperidol is not as bad, but it can have extrapyramidal. That's why I have that right there. Neuroleptic malignant syndrome can happen. Perioral tremor, or they're actually sometimes called rabbit's lips, or it's your lips quivering. Tardive dyskinesia, hyperprolactinemia with prolonged use. Pay attention to that, and this is definitely contraindicated with epilepsy. So pay attention to this. If you've got somebody that comes in, has been diagnosed with schizophrenia, or been on some antipsychotics for many years, and they start showing some of these symptoms, it's a good idea to change their drugs. So if they're on haloperidol, starting to have problems, maybe go over to an atypical antipsychotic, which is this area over here. Those are the atypicals. These are the typicals. So keep those kind of separated. Draw this out. Get the idea of what each one of these little visual mnemonics can help you remember them.